Hello everyone. About a month ago I did my PlayStation E3 predictions for 2016 and I finally decided it's time to do the Xbox predictions. I kind of did the Sony a little bit too early and a few things have come out and obviously I'm wrong about a few things, but that's what you get for doing it early. So let's just go ahead and hop into the Xbox side of things. I'm going to start with things that are locks that I'm pretty sure that will happen. Probably the most obvious thing will be Gears of War 4 being a huge thing that they're going to be showing and pushing throughout the show. I think it'll probably open with Gears of War. We've already seen gameplay, but I think they'll show something new and cool. There's already been a beta for the online portion, so I would guess probably story, but you never know. The next thing, every year there's a new Forza, and this year it is Forza Horizon 3's turn to shine. I think they'll show this game, give it a release date for September, and normally I prefer the Forza Horizon games over the normal Forza games. I just find them a little bit more fun, and I'm pretty excited for that. One of the other huge games for Microsoft is Crackdown 3. I think they'll finally show a little bit of gameplay, and I think looking at the first quarter of 2017 is a good date to kind of get your head around. I think that's basically where they're trying to aim to get that out, so I would expect that. Next, Rare showed their game Sea of Thieves last year. I'm pretty sure that was E3, yeah, because that's Rare Replay. That's when they showed that too. So I think that will be given a release date for 2017, but nothing too crazy. Scalebound was pushed back to 2017, but I still expect to see a decent amount of that game there. Along with Recore, it'll probably be a 2017 game there, so they're getting a lot of their future games shown and getting people excited there. A game that I'm pretty excited for that has been shown a lot actually the last few months is Cuphead. I think this will be kind of a big thing at the show. I think they're gonna drop it on the show floor. They're gonna say it's ready right now, go out and buy it, and I think that will be probably one of the best things out of E3 because I'm really excited to play that game. The next thing, I think Mighty Number 9 probably will show up here along with Battlefield 1 gameplay. Mighty Number 9 comes out right around when the show is, so nothing too big there, but Battlefield 1, it will be the first gameplay. They just revealed it about a week ago at this point, so that's pretty big news. Other than that, EA Access has actually been a pretty successful feature. I know it's not on the PS4, but it's really nice to have that, and I think they'll definitely team up with EA and probably release a few games on the EA Access, unless EA does that at their own press conference, which they're not having, but they kind of are. Another thing, I think a lot of new backwards compatible games will be announced. I would guess around 50 to 100. That sounds like a big number that they could just throw out there and get people excited about that. Hopefully Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, that would probably be the most excited game I would be for out of any backwards compatible game. And the last lock I'm going to have here is the Division DLC. I think that it will be shown at the Xbox conference as they teamed up with Ubisoft for the Division, so I would be looking out for that there. And the next few I have here would all be pretty big surprises, to be honest. The first one is probably the biggest news that would have come out of the show. It would be a new Xbox One. That doesn't mean it's stronger, that means it could possibly be smaller, slim version. I would be looking at slim or a slightly stronger version of it, maybe without that HDMI out. That's what I would be looking for there. The next thing, I know it's been not that many months now since it's come out, but I think Battlefront, it might come out maybe a little bit of a tease. It's kind of awkward having that there right with Battlefield, but maybe they show both and they give it a slight little sneak peek at Battlefront. I don't know. The next thing I have here would probably be the biggest game that they've revealed at their show, and that would be Rockstar's new game, Red Dead Redemption 2. That is a huge game if they could get that there, and there's nothing from the show I would be more excited about other than Cuphead, maybe, because it would actually be coming out then. Then Red Dead Redemption, the first one was absolutely amazing, maybe the game of the generation last time. It was between that and The Last of Us, for me at least. I know some people won't agree with that, but it's definitely one of my most anticipated games. Hopefully they go back and John Marston, I don't know how they could really do a little bit more of him. He I'm not going to spoil that. I almost said something. I think they could do a prequel with him. That would be pretty cool. That would be a good way to go with it, or maybe with his son. I don't know about that. Another thing, they show this every year, but it never seems like any progress is getting done. I think that HoloLens will show up somewhere in the show, and my prediction is that they will give it a release date, and I think that's honestly a pretty big surprise because of how long it's been since they've shown it and how long they've been drawing it out to actually get it to consumers. The next thing I have here, a lot of people would be really excited about this. This will be Bungie's new game, Destiny 2. I know that's been, 2013, so it would be 2 years, 2.5 years if they showed it and gave it a release date at this point. That seems like a pretty solid, it's not a lock, but that's a big game and no one knows anything yet, so that'd be still a pretty big surprise because of how big it is and no one knows right now. And the last thing I have here, they've been showing it a long time, Mass Effect Andromeda. I know EA is not going to be there, so if they're going to show one of their big games and give it a release date, I think it will be at the Microsoft press conference. They just don't have a long history with Sony, so it'd have to still go with Xbox, even though everyone knows Sony is kind of winning right now. I think that they would still go with their bread and butter in Microsoft, and I think that kind of a surprise, kind of not, but I think there will be a Mass Effect Andromeda release date shown at the Microsoft press conference. And that's about all I'm expecting. I know there will still be a lot of surprises. That's stuff that we know right now and a few guesses. So there'll obviously be a lot of stuff. Maybe Below is shown in release 2. But that's what I'm looking forward to, and that's what I think will happen at the show. There's always surprises. So whatever you're thinking they might release, please let me know in the comment section. And thank you for watching my video. See you all later.